Thanks everyone for tuning in. So I put out a video yesterday on the channel saying how it's not yet exactly conclusive to long on Bitcoin because of this situation here on the hourly time frame trend, where the last break was still a bearish break, this break right here, and we are still very close to the trend origin point on the short side and the trend origin point on the long side, which are this point right here, and we are under the trend origin point to the long side, which is this point right here. So that's why we have the quantitative analysis sheet still lighting red, gray, and kind of a ruby red here. It's not all green yet. I said how if we break this point here, the last break on the hourly time frame would turn green, and then hopefully if we get up here above this point, this would also turn green, and this one would be further away from this point and would also turn green. This hasn't happened yet. So at this point, what we have is this situation right here. So before yesterday, at this point right here, the small time frame was all green. So the last break on the small time frame was green, which is, it was this point right here. We were looking at this break, and that gave us a bullish break. So this was green, but now we did overnight we got a different kind of situation where this move right here did break the bottom of the last pullback, this point right here, giving us a bearish first break, last break on the small time frame. So it's not looking like it wants to go and break this point right here to give us a bullish break on the hourly mid time frame as of now. So if we zoom in a bit closer, it's not looking like it wants to go up like this to break this point yet. And the fact it broke this point right here is not conclusive yet to the hourly time frame turning all green and the small time frame remaining in the green. So that the idea is that this was all red at this point down here. Then the small time frame started turning green. This was all green, and the hope was that would swoop over and turn the mid time frame, the hourly time frame, into also green, and that would swoop over and turn the daily time frame into green by breaking this point right here. But instead, what happened is that the small time frames started turning again, with the last break being bearish. Now, can this continue up and the sheet starts turning green again? Yes, of course. Above this point, the last break on the small time frame would turn green, and above this point, the last break on the hourly time frame would also turn green, and that would swoop over into the bigger time frame on the hourly to the daily. So it's we are kind of in no man's land yet. So if we start coming down here under this point, then we would get a second bearish break on the small time frame, and we would get closer to the trend origin points on the long and short side on the small time frame. So these two windows here would start turning gray, then eventually would start turning red under this point right here. So we might be looking at a return to the 59,000 levels, but that is remains to be seen tomorrow and Tuesday perhaps. Thanks everyone for tuning in.